Hello. Are you guys just getting out of the sun, or did you come to see the talk? Okay, that's one. Hello, my name is Harlan Charles. I'm the Corvette product manager for Chevrolet, and I'm going to talk about a few things what's new for 24. But before I do that, I want to brag about a few things that we've done this year. First of all, Corvette is the J.D. Power Quality Award winner, not just for the luxury sports car segment, but the whole industry, cars and trucks, best quality score of any car or truck. So if you have friends that are driving something from Europe or Japan or Korea, tell them it's time to upgrade their quality of life and drive a Corvette. And now we're 3 years in a row, the best quality sports car now, beating Porsche 3 years in a row. So that's starting to be a trend. So that's one good news. The second thing I want to talk about is, anybody follow Corvette racing? And watch the 24 Hours of Le Mans this year? So the Corvette won the 24 Hours of Le Mans in our class. There were 21 cars in our class. There's eight Porsches, 7 Ferraris, and 5 Aston Martins. 1 Corvette finished in front of all the rest. So we're champions. And also World Endurance Championship Series. We've already clinched the World Championship with Corvette. And then also the Corvette Z06 is Performance Car of the Year for Motor Trend, and Road and Track Performance Car of the Year also. And Car and Driver 10 Best Award winner. So we've got a lot of awards, which is great. And also close to a really good year of production as well for 2023. Year or close to a record for Corvettes in our 70-year history. So we're excited about that. So let's do for 24. Well, obviously the eRay is due for 24. So let's talk about a little bit about the eRay. Corvette eRay is a new model. Now, how often do we introduce a new model of Corvette? You think about Z06, came out. Well, that goes back to 63. There was an RPO code back then. ZR1s, were introduced. That goes back to 1970. Grand Sport goes back to 1963. Of course, Stingray goes back to 1963. So this is eRay is the first all-new Corvette model in a long time, and we're really excited about it because this is the first Corvette with all-wheel drive, with four-wheel drive, and the first Corvette with electrification. So we introduced this car January 17th, which was the 70th year anniversary of the Motorama 1953 first Corvette. You think about the first Corvette at 150 horsepower, 6-cylinder engine in the front. This Corvette has 160 horsepower electric motor in the front and a 495 horsepower V8 behind you. So 655 horsepower, and it makes it the fastest 0 to 60 Corvette in 2.5 seconds in the history. So we're very proud of that. This is now the quickest 0 to 60 Corvette ever produced. And when we were designing the 8th generation Corvette, one of the things that we did, all our Corvettes are open air. So of course we have the convertible, you have the coupe with removable roof. And one of the things that makes Corvette unique, and we carried this over from the previous generations, is the structural tube in the center. And one of the ideas we had when we're designing this, we don't have a prop shaft anymore, anything like we had in the previous cars with the front engine and the rear trans. So we could use that space to create this car where we put batteries and our controllers in the center structure of the car, and otherwise space that would have been empty. And we put the front motor behind the front storage, so it still maintains the front and rear storage areas that we all love on the Corvettes now, if we're traveling. So the electric motor doesn't take up any of that space as well. So we call it working on it, the Swiss Army knife of Corvettes, because where the Z06 may be like a scalpel, it's track performance for the street. The Corvette eRay is really a car that does a lot of things well. Of course, we talk about how fast it is, it can perform on the track, obviously, but it's a great long distance tourer, very comfortable with the technology. It has Fuel efficiency, similar to the Stingray, no gas guzzler tax, 400 miles plus range on a tank of gas, so you can drive for a long way before you have to stop. Again, you don't have to, some people buy it where you plug it, you don't have to plug it in, you don't have to charge it, nothing like that. It gets the front motor gets its energy from wasted energy that would have been wasted through braking or coasting. So it's quick recharge, quick spending of the energy, and it gives you the all-wheel drive. So I talk to a lot of you guys who say, oh, it's October, November, time to put the car away for the winter, it's a sad day, I'll see you next spring. Or you don't have to do that anymore. If you want, everybody's different, but if you want to, you have all-season tires now, Michelin, Pilot Sport all season, in this lighter size, and you can drive this all year. We tested it in the Michigan Upper Peninsula, at the snowmobile tracks. We saw snowmobile drivers waving by. They tested it in Colorado, Independence Pass, in the snow. So it can really take on pretty much what the winter can throw at you. So it's really a versatile car. And the other thing is very easy to drive, very fun to drive. Twisty roads, you have the instantaneous torque. And you've got the V8 plus the electric motor and all-wheel drive, pulls you through turns. It really makes it a lot of fun to drive. So it really is a Corvette that does a lot of things well. And I know a lot of you guys, been talking about, excited about it. So some of the other things on the car, you'll notice what we did on eRay. Of course, you have the eRay name comes from, there's actually a creature called the electric ray. We trademarked that name back in 2015. We looked at of course, Corvettes always use kind of names like that. We've had Stingrays, remember show cars, Mako Shark, things like that. So we wanted something like called the electric ray. So we named it the eRay, and there's also a special eRay badge on the trunk lid as well. And we went with standard. We did the body color because this is more. Like if you look at sports cars, you can have your street legal race cars on one end, and that's where the Z06 is. It's a racing technology for the street. The other side, the Corvette we really haven't played, is more of a luxury GT. And even though this car has amazing performance, we thought this could also be a great car for somebody that wants a luxury GT, more about fun road car, vacation car, taking on fun roads and stuff. And so we made it a bit more sophisticated. Of course, you can option, if you like the carbon flash better. And it has its own unique wheels, these unique 5-spoke wheels. And we have available in carbon flash, black. We have in the corner, there's the bright polished version. And there's also a standard version that's actually shown on the rolling chassis over there. So make sure you check that out. So there's 4 versions, and you can also opt for the carbon fiber wheels. This car has the carbon fiber ground effects also. So this is a plain silver car, and we came out with a new stripe color just for this car, electric blue stripe, and it has the mentioned blue interior. And this is kind of our signature eRay, statement. You've probably seen this car a lot in the online and posting pictures and stuff that we've been using a lot. And we also have some new colors this year that apply to all the Corvettes. So we have the Riptide Blue, see over there. We have the new Seawolf Gray, which is a tri-coat gray over there. And then in the back corner, we have a new Cacti green color. And that's going to be fun for people. That's going to have a lovely, some people love it. We also have a new interior color that is shown up in the Cacti green. Great with it. And it's also in the seal. It's called Artemis. Some people might describe it as like a khaki green kind of color. It's pretty, so it's pretty nice with the right combination. And it has suede accents in that as well. And some new features also on 24 Corvettes. We have power hood cinch down, just like you have on the trunk. Everybody says, this is one of the things we learned from coming to Carlisle. Why don't you guys do that on the hood? Because your hood is also.
Can you turn the volume up?
Turn the volume up? Why did you wait till I was almost done? All right, Now do I have to start over? That was a lot. I don't want to start over. Okay. Anyway, sorry about that. Now it's too loud. Everybody's saying I'm too loud. He thinks I'm too loud. Everybody else disagrees with him. Anyway, what were we talking about? Oh, the hood. The hood has a closer. You know, we like to come to Carlisle. We get a lot of input. And that was one of the things you guys asked for, so we did it. We also have a new option for convertibles. Here, you know, I love the convertible, retractable hardtop, but I'm jealous of the coupe people. They can see the, you know, I want to show, people ask me to see the engine, and it takes tools to put the cover off to see the engine. Now we added, you can see in the car in the back, when you get a chance, you've probably seen it, we have a new engine appearance package for convertibles, which includes the engine cover and a clear window. So now you can use them to service, you can use your key fob or just use the button on the door. Just like open the hood, you open the tonneau, and you can now see the engine, which is great. Great option for convertibles as well. We also have a new infotainment system on Corvettes. It's a Google connected system that works with Google as well, so you can use the Hey Google voice activation. It makes it really easy to use the navigation system as well. And we still have, of course, you can use your Apple CarPlay and Android Auto also. So that's new for 24. We have a Stingray, a carbon flash Stingray. We made that available color also for 24. We sold that in the anniversary, 7th anniversary. And there's new wheels in that car. We have a 5 split spoke wheel, which is has graphite and machine rim on it. And there's also a silver polished version of that as well. It's available on Stingray. So don't forget the Stingrays also. And of course, we're continuing on GX6, so we'll have 3 models. And then we've also added some safety features to Corvettes. Believe it or not, we have some active safety, and we really, these are things like lane keep assist, forward collision alert, telebeams, automatically adjust your high beams. And these are kind of things that some people have asked for. And what we really tried to do on Corvette is to keep it a driver's car, so we allow you to control if you like these features or not, and if you want to use them. And even we want people to leave them on, so we tried to make them non-intrusive as possible, and they only come on when you really need it. Emergency braking also on Corvette. So we have a lot of the whole Chevrolet suite of safety features on Corvette, just like the other cars. So it's a lot to take in for 24. It's lot of changes, and of course the eRay being the main thing. So I'll open it up. If you guys have any questions for me on anything? Yeah. In this car in particular, is I working on the gap? Yeah, we keep the gaps. Remember, I told everybody we won the J.D. Power Quality Award, best quality of any car. So of course, gaps is part of that. Quality is part. We always pride ourselves in that. And if we have an issue with this one, we'll take it up. This is an early one, but yep. Yes. Do I have any rumors about any future products? No, I do not. I do not have any announcements on anything beyond 2024 at this time, or any future products or speculation that I'm going to think about at this time. But thank you for asking. Good question. The question is on the hood. Do we decide whether to open it forward or rearward? And that was a lot of debate, because the hood on Corvettes, traditionally has open forward, with forward hinge. But since the hood now is for a trunk, basically, that it's a lot easier to load from the front if you open it the other way. And then if you look at the hatch or the engine, it kind of opens forward hinge. Although now with the engine on the tonneau, it opens that way. So we're going to try to make it the best overall, for what you said it's doing. But that's a good question, because that's something we did kind of talk about a lot. It's better to, we thought we had function over tradition, I guess, for the hood. Keith had one.
Can you touch on the Corvette sales for 2023? Do you have the total yet? Can you share?
I don't have the total yet for 23 yet. I can share. It's going to be a pretty good number. It could be close to the record, or either one side or the other. We're waiting to see how that turns out. Anybody know what the previous? Anybody know what the previous Corvette sales record was? I mean, what year? Anybody know what year? 79. Of course, the 79 highly coveted Corvette. But that's a good point. But seriously though, you think about it, 70 years history, to be in that ballpark, with the mid-engine car, and even with, challenges we've had, but it's really, thank all of you that are excited about Corvettes. I mean, really, and we're really proud about how great the 8th generation car is being accepted. Another thing too, I should point out, a lot of people ask me about, what are you doing for the ages of Corvette owners? Well, we are the #1 sports car for ages 35 and under now. Really. So, we're really, you guys, thank all of you for encouraging, the new generation, showing off your cars, everybody sees it. They're excited about the new technology, so it's exciting. Not only are we doing, our loyal enthusiasts like yourself, we're getting a whole new generation excited about Corvette, which is good for the whole future to come. You just point to people who have questions. You don't have any of your own? Oh, sorry. Oh, the question is, when are the 24 Stingrays going to be available? Well, the ordering is open for all the 24 Corvettes. We're going to start with Stingray in probably the middle of September.
You can order now.
You can order now.
When will they start producing?
Probably mid-September timeframe. Yeah. Well, we haven't, the eRay's open for dealer orders. We haven't pulled any in yet, but word on the street is it's pretty popular. It's going to be very well in high demand, as everything. Yeah. Oh, how far can, that's a good question. So, very good question. I didn't touch on that enough. The question is, how far can this go on electric power only? So just keep in mind, we designed this more for performance. Again, with the quick charging, battery and electric motor to use and get the all-wheel drive. But it can run, you can start it what we call stealth mode, and you can drive it about 4 to 5 miles on pure electric. It becomes an electric front-wheel drive Corvette for a few miles. And that could be good, like maybe you're trying to get out of the house, in the morning, not wake anybody up. Not just saying. Or actually, one of the good use cases for it too is, if you've ever been stuck like in a parking garage, like in traffic, like you're waiting to get out and you get stuck for a while, you end up at a sporting event or a race or something, you can just put it in that mode, save all the gas, and just kind of cruise around until you're ready to go. Then when the battery gets below a certain level, or if you go above 45 miles an hour, you get the V8 engine comes to life, and there's a display. The display changes on your cluster, so you can see it. It goes from just a plain speed back to your tachometer, and your traditional gauges come back up. It's kind of fun to see the engine, come back to life and roar to life that we love Corvettes have. There's also a shuttle mode that's designed. It's a pure EV mode just for low speeds. And what's the design? That's designed for, say you want to move your car around your garage or move it around without starting the engine or whatever, you can do that with just low speeds and kind of move it around. Like we could use it to position these cars around, the tent and display them without having to keep starting and restarting the engine if you want. It's a kind of a nice, convenient feature, taking advantage of that little technology. That's a question, I don't know. He's asking me, what's the maximum capacity of the plant, assuming no issues? I don't know. That's a good question. I mean, like I said, we're doing over for 50,000 for the 23 model year. So I'm probably in that range, but I don't have an exact number. Well, the question is, what's the warranty on the eRay? So the eRay has the same, bumper warranty we have on the other Corvettes. Plus, the eRay adds an 8-year, 100,000 mile warranty on the battery, on the high voltage batteries that are used. Like for extra peace of mind. On the battery. Yes. What's the top end? You mean top speed? The top speed on the eRay is not as high as the Z06. I think we were saying there's like 196-ish, I think, 196. But yeah, the eRay's top end is in the 180s because the electric system kind of it works up to about 150 miles an hour, and then you're just on the VA after that. So the question is, so the Z06, this car is faster to 0 to 60 than the Z06. The Z06 will be faster top speed and on the track. If you're trying to get a lap time, the Z06 is the weapon you want. Different tools for different jobs, like we said. Swiss Army knife versus the scalpel. Any more? Any more? Oh, the question is, are there subtle changes to the DCT for 24? We actually did, when we did the DCT upgrade for the Z06 at a different case, and we used that, we're transferring that to the Stingray. The good news about that is if you are a track, you use track enthusiasts, when you tack truck the car, you no longer need to recommend the extra quarts of transmission fluid because the new case is a better flow for that. So that's a good thing if you get a 24. It actually was a change in late 23. The question is, are we taking any steps to make sure the dealer doesn't charge over sticker? And obviously, we take as many steps as we can, but ultimately, dealerships are independent businesses, and it's a free market economy. We love America and capitalism, the good parts and the bad parts. So, unfortunately, we can set the manufacturer's suggested retail price, and we really try to encourage selling that. Some of the things we did with the with the point system. We did we were rewarding allocation based on how quick the cars are turned. But when we get a car in high demand, this is what happened. Somebody came up to me, gentleman from 01 Net over there. He said it's 1990 all over again. People forget, when the 01 came out in 1990, we were charging over sticker people around. All this stuff, history repeats itself. We kind of think it's new. But anytime you have something that's in high demand, which is a good thing on one side, but the other side, it's not enough to go around, it's a bad thing, that this happens, and we prepare for it. We just